Hey guys, what's up? Let me turn my...
Hey buddy, you want to come to my house so my wife can cook you raw? Damn it!
So,
Here, this is never gonna work.
there we go, better. So today, it's been a while since I've recorded a video, so I decided to record a video. So today, I'm gonna be reading creepypastas. The painting in the mirror.
Where'd he go?
Looks way too long.
He's not in here. Over there!
Hatman. Why is every story so long? Okay, the next story I pick, no matter how long it is. Lights out. Okay, whatever. Let me turn my TV down. I've been laying down on this couch watching TV for what seems like hours. I could hear my dog barking downstairs. I glance up at the wall clock. It's 9 already, and I still haven't had dinner. My parents are out for the night, so I'm home alone with the maid. My stomach grumbles, and I decide that it's time to have dinner. I turn off the TV, and as I slowly get up on my feet, all the lights go out. I flick the light switch several times. Nothing. It must be a power surge. They're pretty common in our area. I'll have to go downstairs. In the darkness, I can't find my slippers, so I just decide to do without them, using the walls to guide me. I reach out my hand, searching for the banisters. As I make my way downstairs, I notice how quiet the house is. I don't hear my maid's radio or even my dog barking. Nothing. All I could hear is the sound of my feet against the stairs. The house is absent of any light or sound. My home suddenly feels unfamiliar, and I feel lost, unable to see or hear anything. My fingers, they gasp around the banister to prevent myself from feeling completely disoriented. The silence is really beginning to get to me. May! May! I call out to my maid. I just wanting something to break the silence. No response. The sounds is unnerving, and the creepypastas I've been reading have made me paranoid. My head drafts from left to right, searching for any signals of a monster or serial killer. I use the wall to guide me and slowly make my way to the kitchen. My chest tightens as I begin to pick up the smell of raw meat. The smell gets closer, and the smell gets stronger with every step. Fear swells in my chest. With every breath that I take in, my heart begins to pound harder and harder. It's natural for a kitchen to smell like meat. I try to reason out to myself, letting out a nervous chuckle. Okay. I grope around until I find the smooth metal surface of the powder box in the kitchen wall. I open the hatch and place my fingers on the master key. I hesitate. I feel my heart hammering in my chest. Do I really want to turn all the lights back on? Horrific possibilities are what I could see race through my mind. I take a deep breath and flick the switch. The lights blaze on. I'm blinded for half a second. My eyes quickly adjust to the brightness, and I stop in the horror at the sight that beholds me. My heart feels like a leaden weight in my chest. My dog's corpse lay in the corner of the kitchen. No! What? His body is a mangled mess and looks as though it has been savaged by a pack of wolves. He lays in a pool of his own blood, eyes wide open and his mouth agape. His innards are emptied out into the puddle of blood, littered with his shiny black fur. The smell is sickening. A set of bloody footprints, if you could even call them that, led straight from his body to the maid's room. Oh, hell no. The footprints were vaguely human, but were large, far too large to belong to me. The shapes were contorted, twisted almost beyond recognition. The door to Mary's room is closed. There's a set of bloody claw marks on the door, perfectly complementing the footprints by her door. The scene is all too much, and all the little food I had left in me quickly finds its way out of me. My vomit and the blood quickly pool together on the shiny white surface of the kitchen floor. I run out of the kitchen, into the living room, and up the stairs. The house is quiet as when I came downstairs, but I could hear the pounding of my heart to accompany the sound of my footsteps. Tears of fear swell my eyes, clouding my vision. I run into my door, close the door, and dive under my blanket. It's not going to help. My breathing is fast and heavy. Beads of sweat stream down my face. I stare at the door. My mind is so overcome with fear that all I could do is stay put and await my fate. Really? I'm expecting the door to be brought down any moment. Seconds pass. Minutes pass. Nothing. Wait, seconds pass, nothing. Minutes pass, nothing. After a while, it begins to seem odd that nothing has happened, but I decide that it would be best to just stay put. It's not long before I started to feel sleepy. My eyelids started to drop. With every passing minute, Where was I? I get sleepier and sleepier. I try to fight back, knowing that staying awake is a matter of life or death, but my efforts are in vain. I doze off. I am jerked awake by the sound of my parents' car pulling into the garage. It's still dark, so it must still be very early in the morning. My heart suddenly lightens and I leap out of my bed. It was all just a bad dream. I'd run downstairs, hug my parents, and we could all have a good laugh at the ridiculously frightful nightmare I just had. I flick on the lights and my heart freezes. From the door, there's a set of bloody footprints that circle my bed and disappear under it. No! I gotta check my bed. Oh! Okay, nothing's under my bed. Okay. Next. I'll be right back once I find a short story. Next story I'm gonna read is The Darkness, and it's not that long. So let's get started. Call me outdated, but Counter-Strike is still at the top of my old favorite video games. Psh, I don't really like Counter-Strike. Never played it anyways. Late night at the dorm alone, playing up until 3 a.m. with full volume on. Yeah, that's my style. Today was supposed to be no different. I turned on my MacBook Pro. The glossy screen made a clear reflection of my long, narrow room. The dorm's rooms were all made just for one person, so I was always alone. My laptop was propped up on my desk at the end of the room opposite the door. It was almost too routine. After a long, boring day of classes, I'd get back to my room at 10 p.m. I'd go Facebook, Twitter, 9gag, up until I've surfed every nook and cranny of the net. Then, bored as crap, I'd open Counter-Strike and go firing deep into the night. But tonight, while surfing, a friend suddenly messaged me on Facebook. Hey dude, check out the sick CS map. Download link. Kevin messaged me. As he was a Counter-Strike CS addict, just like me, I opened the link. The map was called The Darkness. With my 10 MB per... I don't know Counter-Strike, so I don't know what 10 MB means. Per second internet. Oh, okay. The map downloaded in a flash. Excited, I immediately opened Counter-Strike to try out the map. I set up to play a good old-fashioned 5v5 affair. The map, living up its name, had many dark areas set late at night. Only the pale blue shade of the night sky and a few lampposts gave light to the area. Stone walls lined each corridor, filled with long green vines. Dark hallways and tunnels snaked at the corner of the map. Around it was an elevated area perfect for sniping unwary players on the bottom. Through ceiling holes in the tunnels, Bridges also kept the map interesting, hovering across the width and length of the victory. Darkness seemed to have nothing special to it. There were two ways of getting kills in the map. Here's one, which I like to call the cat way, was camping and sniping in the elevated areas of the map. It was almost too easy. As the darkness gave you instant camouflage, you could rack up tons of kills immediately. The next one was the more interesting part of the map, which was running the maze of tunnels at the center. It was perfect for sneak attacks or point-blank kills. As usually, I racked up more than half of my team's kills in the first few rounds, even while switching between the two ways to play. It was after the first 5 rounds that I started to notice things. One time while roaming the map, I started to hear creaky noises. They were nothing like the usual sound effects I hear in CS maps. Some players' footsteps also started to sound different. Instead of usual thud of military-grade shoes, a metallic clink-clank would be heard, even when no player seemed to be in the immediate area. And then I started to notice an extra character in the map. While studying the elevated area, a shady figure appeared in the outskirt forest of the map. It was impossible to get up there. Carelessly, I zoomed in my crosshairs on the human-like figure, but he disappeared. Next round, the figure appeared again. This time, he was only a few paces away, so I was able to get a better look at him. He wore a brown overcoat, extending the knees, fully buttoned up. A matching pair of brown slacks completed his outdated fashion statement. The only thing more puzzling than the man's clothing was the face that rose above it. He had dark, round eyes with an empty stare straight at me. A sinister smile accompanied it, but the man didn't seem to have any lips. A gray, faded complexion covered the rest of the mysterious man's face. Just like any other opposing character I fired at the guy. Bullet after bullet aimed straight at his thin 6-foot body. All seemed to have no effect. Before I could try other ways to kill him, another player killed me. Wow, this map has something special after all. An extra character, almost impossible to kill. A sense of excitement hit me like never before. Like it was just the first time I got my hands on this game. I spent pretty much all of the remaining rounds trying to find and kill this character, even if it meant lowering my kill-death ratio. I noticed that the man only appeared in dark spaces randomly across the map. Many times the man would toy with me when I tried to run at him. He would stand still, but no distance would be made up. Other times while firing at him, the man would contort and shake rapidly, like thousands of bullets showered at his body all at once. But one thing remained. I was never able to kill him. It must have been an hour or two already, as I was starting to get sleepy. Trying to kill the mysterious man, now a boring, futile effort. It was great fun while it lasted, so I closed the application, shutting down in 3, 2, 1, and my MacBook screen shut off. But something remained on the glitch. But something remained on the screen. The same shady figure wearing the brown was still on the right-hand corner. Is my MacBook glitching now? Then the figure came closer and closer. Now his gray face, empty eye socket, and sinister smile occupied most of my screen. Then I realized I was staring at my laptop's reflection. Hi! Okay, that's all I can do right now because I can only do 15-minute videos. My tablet has 6%, so if you like this video or comment anything, I will read more creepypastas. So please like or comment anything. 2 likes and 1 comment, and I'll make one. Okay, bye. Peace.